Thank you for being here. I'm truly humbled and I dare say just a little overwhelmed by your presence. I'd like to begin by thanking Bishop Nicholas and the members of his staff for their very kind and gracious welcome. I'm grateful to all of you for the manner in which you've received me, and thanks especially to you, Bishop Nicholas, for your kindness over these past 2 weeks since we first spoke on January 28th. Thank you for your calming influence and your reassurance. You do not know what a blessing you have been and they have been for me. And now that your actual retirement is now in sight, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
In the words of Jesus in Matthew's Gospel, to paraphrase, well done, good and faithful servant. On Tuesday, January 28th, as I was preparing for kind of a difficult meeting with the treasurer of the Diocese of Youngstown and members of my parish staff, and a few members of the Parish Finance Council, my cell phone rang and the caller ID identified Apostolic N. And while I'd received phone calls from the nunciature in the past, it was always in the context of permissions for interritual weddings. I was a judge in the tribunal of the Diocese of Youngstown for many years and dealt with trying to get permissions for weddings between Byzantine Catholics and Latin Rite Catholics, Maronite Catholics, and had to go through the nunciature to do so. But I left that job in 2012, so I was a bit nervous when I answered, and my first thought was, what have I done wrong? The person on the other line identified himself as Archbishop Christophe Pierre, the Apostolic Nuncio to the U.S., and he asked if I was alone, and when I said yes, I just had to walk across the hall. He began telling me that the Holy Father, Pope Francis, had appointed me the 8th Bishop of the Diocese of Sioux City, Iowa. And I remember asking, is this a joke? I thought I was being pranked. His Eminence laughed. I'm guessing that this is not the first time someone has asked him that question. He reassured me that it was not, and simply said, didn't ask, you will accept, yes? I think I asked if I could talk with my spiritual director, and he responded, well, of course, he cannot make the decision for you. And I'll be honest, I don't remember much more of the conversation, except that I did indeed say yes, other than the fact that he told me that my bishop, Bishop David Bonner, was already aware. And then he told me that he would call me back shortly, and I immediately pulled up Google Maps to see exactly where on earth Sioux City is, since I had no idea. I walked across the hall to where my meeting was about to take place and informed my parochial vicar, Father Hetzel, and my business manager, Michael, that they would have to proceed without me, which made them nervous. And I called Bishop Bonner, who was expecting my call. I'm grateful to him for calling me down from the proverbial ledge and for reassuring me that everything would be okay. And as I hung up, my phone almost immediately began ringing, and it was Bishop Nicholas, who also proceeded to reassure me that I was not delusional, and once again that everything would be okay.